here we go. We're taking a break from beer today. We're doing some whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show what I brought first, I guess. I brought Elvis Midnight Snack, peanut butter, banana, and bacon flavored whiskey. 35% alcohol. This cost me $28, but I went online to look for it, and online they're asking $34.99.
Is that 40 ounce?
It's a 750 milliliters.
Okay, so 26 or
I'm not sure how many ounces that equates to. I guess everybody want to introduce your
I see Total Wine and More in Baton Rouge has it for $28.99.
That's I think I paid $27.99.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Alan, what'd you bring?
All right, I went a little more traditional. This is Tomatin 12-year-old Scotch whiskey made in bourbon and sherry casks.
Oh,
nice.
I've had a number of their whiskeys, but I don't know if I had the one in bourbon and sherry casks. So,
Okay.
now is that a 26er?
yeah, and this was a housewarming gift, so I've had this since September, but I haven't cracked it open yet.
Nice.
And like this, I think retails like around $80 Canadian, something like that. Yeah. So nothing I'd normally go out and just buy, but great to get for a gift.
What's the alcohol on it?
43%.
Okay.
Oh,
86 proof.
Wow, he's drinking strong. Oh.
Yeah, on a Sunday afternoon.
How about you, Jay?
What was that, Drew?
Well, Jay, you want to show us what you're doing?
Well, I didn't want to. I thought Drew should go before me.
No, I'll go.
Okay.
We're doing something that's actually Canadian made, which is in Gimli, Manitoba, so everyone knows what that is. So I got ourselves a Crown Royal Apple. I'm not huge on whiskey, so I think like a fruited whiskey of some sort will get me into it more, and then I can start trying out more whiskeys. So and the bottle's different. They used to be shorter and thicker. Now they're taller and skinnier. It looks weird, but 35%. I guess that's 70 proof.
I think I would like that one. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had that before, and they used all Crown Royal used to come in those purple bags, but you don't see it as much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do have a peach variety. I saw that at the
Yeah, they have peach. We're actually getting the blackberry one next week. So.
Okay. All right,
Nice.
Jay.
I have Tomatin Dualcus in my collection. I'm not showing that today, and I've never tried Crown Royal Apple, but I did try Crown Royal Blackberry.
Okay.
I thought it was a little bit bland, unfortunately.
Bland, okay. All right.
I paid $24.99. All right, this is Nikka Days. It's from the Nikka Whiskey Distilling Company of Japan. You can see it's got Japanese writing.
Ooh.
It was introduced in 2018. It runs around here. I saw it. They have it for $50.99, but I found it at a local store for $9.99.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nicely done.
$99, and I found it for $9.99. And the same day, I'll show you this. I got to show you this.
Wow.
Crazy.
Like it's just, that's crazy because like this is $34.95 for a 26er.
Yeah.
You know, and made here in Canada. So wow.
And the same day they had this one, which retails for $75.99. Nikka from the barrel.
Wow.
Wow.
$75.99. They also had it for $9.99. Well,
Wow.
of course, as you can imagine, I bought them. Okay.
I would say
Wow.
the average person is unaware that that's such a great deal.
I didn't even know it was that good of a deal till I came home and checked the prices. I just knew $9.99 was not the right price.
Yeah.
And I bought an extra bottle from my friend David. All right. Anyway, so this is coming in at 40% alcohol, 80 proof, no age statement. It was introduced in 2018.
Okay.
And their
Nice.
website says it's made for days, everyday drinking. That's why they call it days. For
Every day.
that's what they say on the website.
All right. I guess we'll go around and pour them and try them. I guess we'll go the same order.
Sure.
All right.
Here we go. Elvis Midnight Snack.
I
I took the plastic off ahead of time so I don't have to fight with it.
Looking at their website here.
I should say where it was brewed, made, distilled, bottled by Elvis Presley Spirits Company in Zebulon, North Carolina. And I'll read you the back of the bottle here. The king of rock and roll might also be the inventor of the most decadent snack this side of the Mississippi, the peanut butter, banana, and bacon grease sandwich. Legend has it that Elvis' longtime cook Pauline Nicholson may have been the first person to serve Elvis this now famous late night concoction, and we're sure glad she did. Midnight Snack delivers the hunka burning love for peanut butter, banana, and bacon flavor you've been dreaming of. All right, so here we go. The aroma out of the bottle is mostly just whiskey. I am picking up hints of those other flavors, but they're not really prominent. I got to remember not to pour a full glass like I usually do. Again, the aroma is mostly whiskey. All right, here we go. Cheers.
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 It's ironic that it's an Elvis whiskey and he didn't drink alcohol.
Yeah. Just like I had the Trump beer and Trump doesn't drink anything.
No.
This doesn't burn and it's not harsh. I like that, from a non-whiskey expert drinker. Very smooth. These other flavors are there, kind of in the background, which is enough to make it interesting. I see Dave is here. Hello, Dave.
And
Go back
captain
this way.
audience today.
Yeah. This goes down real easy. I can see where it would be very dangerous. Very little burn.
Is
I
it
like
sweet?
It is sweet.
Okay.
I don't detect any bacon, but the peanut butter and banana are there very slightly. I like it.
That's not good. They advertise bacon, but there's no bacon flavor on it.
Well, bacon, I would imagine, would be like a little smoke flavor. How else could they do bacon
Grease.
other than put grease right in with the whiskey?
It would be like slick or something like that.
Yeah. Even though it's not exactly what it says on the label, it is tasty, and I do like it. So let me get myself out of the solo. And next will be Alan.
Represented? Was it misrepresented by the label? Like it wasn't represented correctly.
Well, it does say peanut butter, banana, and bacon flavored whiskey. And I got everything but the bacon.
Maybe you're supposed to put it on bacon.
Yeah, you're supposed to drink it with bacon, maybe, right?
Yeah.
I did buy something to mix it with. I'm going to try that too. But we'll go around and let everybody do their first one here.
Cool.
There you go, Alan.
All right. So, So for anyone who missed, mine is Tomatin 12-year Scotch made in bourbon and sherry casks. Some people call this distillery Tomatin, but my dad worked there. It was the first job he ever had in Scotland, and he called it Tomatin, so that's what I call it. So it's up in the Highlands, like quite high up in Scotland. Next time I'm out there, I'd really like to visit this distillery just because of the family history and everything. So let's just read what's on here before I get into it. It says smooth and fruity, a fresh herbaceous aroma is the prelude to sweet flavors of caramel and orchard fruit before a full-bodied buttery finish, 43% alcohol.
Does it say what orchard fruit? Or does it just say orchard fruit?
It just says orchard fruit. So yeah, take that what you want, I guess. I'm just gonna use I've actually got like a family crest whiskey glass, and since my dad worked there, just doing this as a little tribute to him.
Okay.
So it's a nice.
So when I'm thinking orchard, I'm
too
thinking
dark.
like apples or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit on the like kind of lighter colored side. Okay, so like I get a real sweet note on the nose. I don't know if that's like the orchard fruit or the sherry casks, but it's like really, really sweet on the nose. Yeah, no, it's not burning my nostrils in any way. So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's pretty smooth. It's 43%. It doesn't burn going down at all. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit of a burn after a couple sips, and yeah, there is like a fruit note in there. What would you consider an orchard fruit? I'm not even so sure,
Apples.
but I get like almost like a cherry note in there or something. Like it's yeah. Maybe that's from the sherry casks or something too. I find that like casked whiskeys often have like it really can take on those kind of characteristics. It's nice though. It's smooth, almost like I'm gonna say like a more like a bourbon than a scotch. It doesn't have any of that like peaty kind of note to it. Just a little more, just kind of a sweet, smooth whiskey taste. So yeah, bourbon and sherry casks. Yeah, it definitely takes that on. I'd say way more like a bourbon than like a scotch.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good
They're
overall. I like it.
They're saying that it won double gold at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. So a double gold means not only was it excellent, but it was the best in its class.
Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
You got a
Yeah,
good one.
I've had lots of good whiskeys from them before. This is probably the easiest going, like smooth tasting one for sure. Yeah, it's really, really good. And like I said, Canadian, it goes for like I'd say about $80 a bottle.
Ooh,
There.
okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like
And
maybe
you're never going to see a sale like like that in Canada where you're going to get it for 10. That's
Yeah, they're showing it in my town. Well, my area, not my town. They're showing it for $43.99.
okay.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, our exchange rate is terrible. So
it is. And it just went down too.
yeah, it's getting worse.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So we are doing Crown Royal Apple, which is basically made about 2 hours north of where Alan is right now, in Gimli, Manitoba. But what really confuses me with this is that it gets bottled at Amherstburg, Ontario, which is close to Windsor, like 300 kilometers from where we are right now in Brantford. So I'm just really confused of why they would distill it there and then bottle it here. Like it's just weird to me. But I don't know if they want to do it that way. That's how they do it. So brand new. Here you go. I'll pour some of the Amber's here. I can smell it right now.
Smell the apple already.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
You say this is your first time having that?
Yeah.
Not true. I've had it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I
trying
was
to.
raised on whiskey.
I'm trying to get into whiskeys. So, you know, I think it's wow. You can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's brewed with Gala apple flavor. So I don't know what that means. I guess it's not apple. It's just apple flavor. But it smells pretty sweet.
No, it's okay.
Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Get a nice warm tasting.
Okay, it tastes good, but it almost tastes like like those little sour apple candies.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
A little bit. Almost artificially apple.
Do you taste a little cinnamon?
Yeah, a little bit of cinnamon in here. But it's almost like an artificial apple.
It's still really good.
But it's
Artificial apple.
enjoyable.
Is it
What's
called
that?
now later green apple?
Gala? I don't know. It's just
I
blended
think
with
it is supposed to be a green apple.
gala apple flavor. What does that mean? I feel
I don't know.
so. I'm just
Probably
confused.
it's probably a apple extract. I know in Canada,
Okay.
I know in Canada they can use flavoring, but it has to be natural flavor. They couldn't use artificial
Yeah.
flavor.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah,
Galas are red. Gala's a red apple.
red apple. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it almost like a Macintosh?
Yeah, it's
It
similar.
looks very similar.
With a green label.
Okay, so like I said, this is a starter for me because I'm getting into it. So I would like to get these flavored whiskeys first before I really get into
Just
trying
right.
a regular, whiskey rye and stuff and this is the perfect one I actually enjoy this. I don't want to drink too fast of it, but it's that good where I can count this back, right? I like that. I like
Good,
it.
nice, warm,
It is.
like down your throat.
You know what?
If you were sick, I'd like take a shot of that.
Hot apple cider with this or something,
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like it.
All right. Now, Jay. There you go.
The Canadian apple flavored whiskey I've tried was the rich and rare apple.
Okay.
Tasted good. All right. Let's see. Nika Days. I'm reading their website. It says developed for whiskey lovers who appreciate fine drinks on any casual day. Based on the concept, quote unquote, whiskey for every day. And they're showing a late, they use the color scheme, obviously, sunshine, the daytime, the day, yellow whiskey, mellow grain whiskey, slightly peated malts, impressive floral aromas. This expression offers an extremely silky mouthfeel and fruity flavors that rise and expand, leaving behind a delightful aftertaste. This product does not meet all the criteria of Japanese whiskey, even though it's made in Japan. And the reason is because they're adding a little bit of Scotch to it from Scotland. So
Nice.
Cool.
it's technically a world whiskey. Okay, so the aroma is mainly just like cereal grain, like literally breakfast cereal. But of course, breakfast cereal unsweetened is not 40% alcohol.
Of course.
So distilled breakfast cereal. All right, the taste. Cheers.
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 Okay,
Old breakfast
there
cereal.
is a wisp of peat smoke. I didn't get that for a while, but it's there. But it races past. It's like woof. And the main flavor is like sweet grain, like just like white bread. And I know a lot of white breads that you buy at the grocery store are sweetened. So it kind of reflects that. Now, I don't mean it's overbearingly sweet or anything like that. It just reminds me of.
You say it tastes like white bread?
Not really, but it reminds me of white bread.
But it has a Scotch aspect to it? But it tastes like white bread?
It's like two things. It's like predominant white bread and some white bread crust. That's the main. And then there's that little where the smoke goes by. And then when you start to taste it, it's like gone. It's like
smoke or peat? Because we're talking about two different aspects. Peat or
peaty.
smoke?
Yeah, peat smoke. Peat smoke. Smoke from
okay.
Smoke from a peat fire. Yeah. It's mild. It's light to medium body. It has a mostly dry finish. I can see why they call it Nika Days. It's a good daily drinker. It's 80 proof, 40%. It's not strong. I mean, I wouldn't drink it every day because I got too many other projects I'm working on, but I could see that you could. Yeah, so it's very nice. I think they have a winner on their hands. So been on the market 7 years. Thank you, Nika Whiskey Distilling Company.
So you don't detect any kind of a rice backbone on this, kind of like you would with sake.
No, because that would make me think
even though that is the number one grain that they would distill with from Japan.
I'm not getting that like rice cakes or anything. I'm just getting like bread, which is coming from the single malt. I guess the grain whiskey they're using is so neutral that it doesn't really give you any flavor. It's just giving you
But
the
would
body.
you say? Would you say that the grain that they're using is rice, considering that is the predominant grain in that region?
It's probably rice, but there's no rule about that. They could be using corn, they could be using wheat, but it's probably rice because
It'd be cost efficient to bring
use
corn
rice. Yeah.
in as opposed to using rice.
Yeah, because the grain wouldn't really matter because it's just going to be like a neutral product. It's just going to be clear, odorless, colorless, and the flavor is going to come from the single malt whiskey that they bring in, like a little peated malt and a lot of this bready malt, which is probably only 20% of the composition, but it's a very pleasant, mild product. Now, if you're looking for bold flavor, you're like, I got to have intense flavor. I'm into intensity, man. Well, of course, this would not be the one to
10
be.
cities. Only in 10 cities.
Right, intensities. If you wanted something mild and mellow, this is sort of like, think of it as like a light beer drinker likes light beer. This would be like a light whiskey drinker whiskey. You know, people that like light beer might like this.
Interesting.
You would probably like that.
So you're saying it's less, or it's advantageous to bring in all these other grains from all over the world rather than use rice, which is right there.
No, I never made any statement to that effect.
That's what you were implying, sir.
No, I said that it's
It's an implication, just like you're
no. I
saying.
said that
I think it's 20% this.
no. I said it's possible they could be bringing any type of grain. I said, but most likely they're using rice. I have no particular knowledge of what grain they're using. I'm just using deductive reasoning. You just figure. I mean, I'm using not deductive reasoning.
That's
Inductive reasoning. Considering that's the main grain out there, rice. Yeah. So,
right.
but no, I have no particular knowledge about any of the grain whiskey.
Okay.
Now
Interesting. All right, guys. Today we are bringing forth one of my favorites and one of America's favorites, Wild Turkey 101. It separates itself from regular Wild Turkey, which is a high rye whiskey, and this one is coming in, like I said, at 101. I don't know what the mash bill is on this. Give me 1 second to see if I can find it. On Wild Turkey's website right now. And I seem to have lost it. 1 second. I thought I had it up there. I am pulling it up. It says it's a bold, wild rye whiskey. Taste, it says it's warm, smoky flavors of grain and spice. The aroma is rich, balanced caramel with honey and vanilla. The finish is long, with spice and hints of smoke. And it's aged a minimum of 4 years. This is an award-winning bourbon. 2020. This is at the Ultimate Spirits Challenge. Beverage Tasting Institution Challenge, Beverage Tasting Institution Challenge again, 2020 and 21, San Francisco World Spirits Competition double gold medal. I've spoken on this many a times about these rundown whiskeys that everyone goes to, and they have these big stories. They talk about how this has gone back in some kind of family lineage, and it's got these fancy labels and all that on there. Wild Turkey is one of these ones that's just been around forever. It's tried and true. Like I said, 101. Everyone's talking about Bottle and Bond. This is the original Bottle and Bond, as far as I'm concerned. It's got a cork on it, and go ahead and pour this out. See what it looks like. Give appearance is amber. It's just a really great American whiskey. I'd put this one up against anyone out there, price wise or anything. So, that's it.
I like it. Cheers.
Oops.
I mean, we're not doing the tastings right now, right? We're going to.
Oh yeah. No, we did our tasting already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We did an introduction round before you were here, and then
Oh, my bad.
that's okay.
So you could smell the alcohol coming through this. It is 101. It's got that spiciness of the rye coming through, and that underlying sweetness of the corn. Cheers. I'm going to go ahead and taste this.
Cheers.
Sure.
Cheers.
Sweet, minty, what you're going to get from the rye. Just well balanced. There's a little caramel coming through with it. Slight smokiness from the char. Yeah, it's just well balanced. I mean, if you want something that's really well balanced, pick this guy up. If you wanted to like play around with all these stories and lineages that go on in these bottles and all these little fancy things, then go ahead and pick that up. Not saying that stuff's bad, but I'm pretty sure you're going to pay probably 4 times the amount as it would for this on that.
What's the price point of that down there?
$23.99.
Okay, so almost like 40 Canadian maybe, or a 26er.
Oh,
I don't know the conversion to Canadian money. So basically 24 American dollars. So
Okay.
It
Yeah,
says,
that'd be somewhere
it
between
says
35 and 40 Canadian.
yeah, 35, 33, 35, 33.
101
Okay.
proof. It's not real harsh. Goes down pretty
no,
smooth.
it's not. It's real sweet, smooth. It goes down, well
Okay.
finished. It doesn't have, as some people say, that hug. To me, that hug that some people feel is a
Yeah.
burn that's going down.
Yeah.
So would you say, as a beginner whiskey drinker as I am, this is one to maybe start off with that without a fruity one?
There is some fruit aspect about this. I mean, now that you mentioned that, there's a little fruitiness, but it's kind of mixed with a little candy, kind of a caramel note.
Okay.
This is something. I mean, it was something that you would definitely sip on, and with 101, there is an 80 proof, but 101, all you need to do is add a little water to it if you want to bring the alcohol volume down. And
Okay.
just
put them on ice.
put it on ice. I would not mix this with any kind of a cola or anything, because
Okay.
it's just taste. It's just going to take the taste and just move it in directions that maybe you're not looking for.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. All right. Good to know.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we had kind of like a blank out there.
We did?
Yeah, was there a question?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
There we go. All right, I'm back. I expected this to be kind of wild and crazy based on the label and the ingredients, but it's pretty mellow and not wild and crazy, the opposite. It's very enjoyable. I like it, and I would probably give it something like an 85. I wouldn't go up higher because I don't taste the bacon, and they listed on the label.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was going to ask you if it was because the bacon flavor was missed.
Yeah, the bacon is missing. I did bring a bottle of root beer. I'm going to mix it with the root beer. That probably sounds crazy. I was going to use 7-Up, but I couldn't get a bottle of 7-Up. I was at the Wawa today, and they didn't have any. I figured the Wawa would, the 7-Up would interfere with the flavor less. But then I thought about it, and I thought if Elvis was here, he'd probably say mix it with root beer. I don't know why I thought that. It's just crazy. So I mixed it with the root beer. Now I'm going to try it there. Very tasty. I guess that's it.
You
I'm
might
not much of a whiskey reviewer. I want to try that. I'm going to get a bottle of that Wild Turkey 101 just to try to, get more involved with it.
Yeah, I would recommend that's a good start point because that is a high rye whiskey.
Yeah.
So you'll get the aspects of the 101
Okay.
and also a little bit of the rye where you're
Yeah.
going to taste a little mint.
We used to buy Wild Turkey. I think it was the 80 proof. Well, we always mixed it with something,
Yeah.
I'm not have a lot of
We
experience
like the
drinking
80 proof.
whiskey straight. I don't know if I could tell the difference between an $80 bottle of whiskey and a $25 bottle of whiskey. Just comes with experience,
That's
Well,
right.
Jay and I have had discussions over and over and over about price point versus age versus alcohol content. And sometimes, what you're looking for in some of these whiskeys or alcohols that you're drinking, if it starts getting refined and they start distilling and they're pulling this out and pulling that out, then you're left with something that you're not really looking for.
Yeah.
Something, it turns into something smooth, something really refined. But I mean, is that what you're really looking for? Or are you looking for something that's got that really kind of gritty roughness that's going down that has its own particular smooth aspect to it?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I've got several things around here that I've tried through the years. Some are good, some aren't. Some I spent a lot of money on, some I haven't.
Right.
And, it's just
Okay.
it just depends on where you're at with your palate and what you want to take.
Right. All right. Alan.
All right. So yeah, I mean, this is really solid. Really, really solid. I really like it. I've had a few from them before. I might even have had this one. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, this is really, really smooth for like if you weren't a Scotch drinker but you were a whiskey drinker, I think you would enjoy this. I know like a lot of people don't like the peaty sort of Scotches, the really smoky stuff, that kind of thing. And this is a lot smoother than that. I do like that kind of stuff, but this is more what I was in the mood for today, and I'm kind of glad it delivered on what I wanted. Sunday afternoon, I just want something kind of smooth and easy going. Yeah, this is great. I don't really rate my stuff usually, but if I was doing like a scale of 5, I'd like 4, 4.25 or something like that. Like it's a really, really good whiskey.
Yeah.
Maybe even 4.5. That's
So
why I don't rate
Is that
things.
a
Let's go all over the place.
is that
But
is that an
it's really
Irish
solid.
whiskey or a Scotch whiskey? And if it's a Scotch whiskey, what region is it from?
This one's a Highland.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's one of the northernmost Scottish whiskeys you can get. Not the most, but
Okay.
it's up there. Yeah. Yeah, and Highlands can sometimes be a little more on the like kind of smoky side of things, but this one's super smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's like I said, it's around $80 range, so it's like, not cheap, but it's not gonna.
Does it have any of that kind of that sea or kind of aspect? Like kind of like from the sea. Like some of the some of those Highlands will have that kind of like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yes.
about, but this is way more of like almost like a American bourbon kind of a quality to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Okay.
Thank you.
yeah,
All
no
right.
problem.
Thank you. All right.
I'll let you go first, sir, Amber.
All right. We're going to mix it with ginger ale now.
She says
It's so
she loves
good.
it with ginger ale.
Yeah.
This Crown Royal apple. We put it on ice too.
Spirit of
So
William is coming along. The Spirit of William is here.
Good.
There you go.
All right. So as As just a regular, I'd say it's probably 8 out of 10 for a starter. So that's pretty damn good. What do you think?
8 straight,
8 straight.
but with the ginger ale, I say 8, 9.
Oh, it calms it down a bit more. So it actually gets more apple flavor to
Yeah.
it instead of that like candy apple,
Mm-hmm.
like that sour candy apple to it. So it's not bad. Just a mixer too. So
Yeah.
I could pick this. Yeah, that's it. It's a bit more in the 8.2 maybe 8.3.
Yeah.
I want to get into these whiskeys, so I thought maybe this would be perfect to start it off with you guys, especially. So yeah, it's good.
I'd like to try it one day. I don't know when that day will come, but what is your
It's good.
score? What is your score on it?
Well, I scored an 8.2 with the ginger ale and 8 out straight.
Yeah.
What's
8.
that? What's that? An A or a B? That's a B, right? B minus.
You said 8.2 with ginger ale.
Yes. It
And
comes
8
down to it comes
score.
down 8.0 with straight, 8.2 with the ginger ale. It comes down to sour apple. Like it's like a sour apple sweet candy.
Yeah.
And it feels thick, but now it just calms it down. So it's a little better. I guess in your score, it's still a B minus.
Yeah, but oh well.
Sounds
I
like
like
a good
it.
call with the ginger ale, though. It's tough to know what to mix those flavored whiskeys, like the fruity whiskeys. Hard to know what to mix them with. That sounds like that was a good call.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Emerson was good. So yeah.
Jay,
I've had it for years.
I was just thinking about the mixing. I don't know. I think it's good to experiment.
yeah.
Because there's no, I mean, what difference does it make? The worst that could happen is you just think it was a bad idea, and then you try something else.
Well, see, I also look along lines of mixing is that what percentage of alcohol do you put to the mix? Because that's going to affect the way it tastes. You
Yeah.
know, what are you looking for? Are you looking to get that little bite of the whiskey and an added sweetness of the mixture, or are you looking to just neutralize it out?
Yeah, there's so many
Something
ways
like
to do it. There's so many ways. It's like unlimited variables. You could never.
Yeah, I mean, you can melt the ice and have a little water and then add it, or you can just do straight ice.
Yeah.
Hey, Jean, I know I was walking earlier. It's beautiful out here too. It's sunny and dry, a little chilly, but it's warming up. All right, Nikka Days, I really do love it. And I think I love Japanese whiskey, and I would score this a 9.3. I will score it a 9.3. I think it's very enjoyable, and they did a good job to make an everyday drinking whiskey.
I notice you have an outlaw hat on. Outlaw light beer.
The beer company, the beer. When I got back from Puerto Rico 3 weeks ago, I got an email alert and a phone alert, and the beer company said they watched my video review for Outlaw Mile High Light Beer.
Yeah.
And they wanted to talk to me, so I talked to them on a Zoom call with their CEO, and they were like, "Oh, we showed your video at our company meeting, and we want to send you some swag for making the video." Which, of course, I don't make the videos to get swag, but I'm not going to tell somebody no. So I got this, and then David got some because he did a duo, so he got a whole setup also.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great.
Where's Outlaw from?
Colorado.
Colorado.
I had the swag too.
Oh, nice.
Gotta lift the beard, brothers. Yeah.
I guess
I know you couldn't see it before, but yeah, that was very nice of them to send this to us. Very good quality T-shirt too. Everything is quality gear. I can only imagine how much they would sell us at their retail outlet, at their distillery, or their tasting area. Very appreciative. Fantastic to get this. Never had anyone send me anything before, let alone ask Jay if I would like some as well. And I totally appreciate that, 100%. So So I guess it's my turn since I'm big head right now.
Yeah.
Back to Wild Turkey 101 rye. I'm telling you right now, this is good stuff. If you find it, and I'll tell you what, cheaper than cheap. Where are you going to find a quality bottle like this for basically $24?
Not too many places.
Good stuff. You don't have to roll the dice. Am I going to try this or try that? Where am I at? For instance, in our travels around Louisiana, discount areas that we have, I found this for $10. But if you look at the retail, of the stuff, and look at it. It's got a big story. It's all over the place with its stuff. And you look at the retails. This stuff was going for $80 a bottle. Like, how can this be turned around for $10? Because I think they get that much money in it. I think there's that much money in the retail. I think there's that much money into the story. I think there's that much money into the hype.
The markup,
This
yeah.
is hypeless. This is, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So you're getting quality. You're getting really good stuff. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this whiskey. Nothing. I'm getting no blemishes. I'm getting no roughness. I'm getting nothing that says, please give me a poor score. There's a honey aspect to this. It's just really, really beautiful. I'm going to give this 97 out of 100.
Wow, you might have sold me on this.
If you think that I'm lying, you go ahead and put this up against anything else that's going to battle up on it, and they're going to lose.
You sold me.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up a bottle of that for sure.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. If you don't like it, send it to me. I'll reimburse you.
All right. I got a feeling I like it though.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Good stuff.
All right. Does anyone have anything else you want to add? Or
I'll show you one thing real fast. I know you want to get off the air, and I want to go finish watching the LSU women's basketball. Talking about barbecue.
Women's basketball.
Curveball,
What is that?
original barbecue whiskey.
Wow. Oh, that sounds interesting.
And I've tried it, and it tastes like they even put the grease in it. It tastes like
No.
I'm telling you,
No way.
it tastes like they put the grease in this product. It is, I swear, it tastes just like barbecue. And they say on the website, don't drink it cold, drink it at room temperature because it'll bring out the flavors of the meat and the barbecue grill. It is very strange. This is a very strange product. But if you like barbecue,
Already? Is
Yes,
it a
here, like-
rerun?
well, we tried the little, the little airplane
Yeah.
bottles.
Yes. Now I remember.
And I had it cold. I didn't know better. I didn't know any better. I did it out the freezer, but if I'd have known, but they're saying don't chill it. So
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Do you have a
And
review?
so was that? Did you find that one of our little areas that we go to?
I don't really know. I don't know how common it is. It doesn't seem to be super common. What were you saying, Wayne?
I asked if you already have a review on that on your channel, or it's upcoming.
No, I only reviewed it when we did like Fandango Friday, like in the group. But I don't have a dedicated solo review. But I plan on doing it eventually. But I'm so backlogged on these flavored whiskeys. I've got that brown sugar bourbon that I need to get through and other stuff. So I will eventually get through it, God willing.
Okay. Anyone else want to add anything?
No, I just want to say that you guys were talking about that brewery in Colorado. I was actually just down there like just over a month ago and shot a bunch of videos. I think later this week my first one will come out from Colorado, but wasn't at Outlaw at all. Never even heard of that one, but I thought the people working there were fantastic to us. Like
Nice.
yeah, I can think of it. Like we went to I think about 8 breweries over that weekend, and I can think of like 3 or 4 of them where the staff were just so nice to us, and group people
Very
coming
nice.
down from Canada to watch a hockey game and drink beer, and they treated us nice. So
And Wayne, you should show his channel so people could subscribe.
Oh yeah, it's Alan from One Flight Down.
that's the logo.
One Flight Down, which is a really cool name. It started off in the basement and the one flight down, the double meaning.
Yeah. Now I'm not in the basement anymore, but I kept the name anyway because I like the logo.
Yeah. One of the coolest names. All right. Root beer mixed with Elvis Midnight Snack is a winner in my book.
I'm gonna have to try that when I go down this summer, Wayne.
All right. I guess that's it then. Thank you, everyone, for
Have a
participating.
great one.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks for hosting
Wayne.
this one, Wayne.
Really
See you,
appreciate it.
everybody.
You're welcome.
All right, Wayne. Thanks for the
Have
invite.
a great
brother.
one, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Catch
Bye.
you next
Cheers.
time. Bye.